I think you have to start with the purpose of the organization, which in my opinion is the vision. I think when you think about it like summiting a mountain, it helps align what you're trying to do with those terms. The vision is the somewhat unattainable objective that you're pursuing to change in the world. And the mission is a more tactical next step strategy of the next maybe 3 years, maybe 5 years, depends on your organizational aperture of what you want to bite off at one time. And then the values are what keep you along that path. The vision's the top of the mountain and the mission is the pathway to get there. And the values are the guardrails along the journey. And I think for a founder, understanding how that can help their team prioritize what their team is going to go do is super powerful, because the founder is trying to get leverage on their time and on the investment that they have in their business and on their human capital. And so for a founder to take advantage of a really crisp and well-defined vision that the team can get energy out of pursuing, in addition to a mission that's clear and tangible and you can attach KPIs to, and values that tell your team how your organization wants to show up, is powerful, because it means that the founder doesn't have to weigh in on every meeting or join every sales call or talk to every new hire. We put mission, vision, values in the front of the framework for our playbook because that's what aligns our founders in the early days to figure out how they want to build their team, and then most importantly, their board, but then also how they want to go about scaling their organization. Care is a great example of this, and they've grown incredibly fast. And I think the only way that they've been able to support that type of a growth is because they defined what the ultimate objective that they're going to achieve was, and they made it a part of their company DNA. And so that team is a great example of an organization of founders that understand the alignment importance of putting together vision, mission, and values into one framework that impacts how their business is formed. That's why vision casting is the first part of our playbook. You have to figure out your vision, your mission, and your values in order to decide whether a board member fits into that framework. And in addition, in order to decide whether a budget fits into that framework.
We talked alignment, right? That's what this whole exercise is about, is getting aligned from the founder to the rest of the founder's organization, and then layering in the fact that the board members should also be rowing the same direction. And I think if you look at it, even when we put our deals together to invest in these businesses, the deal's structured for alignment as well, right? So that, are we aligned with the founder to where we have the same idea of what a successful outcome is? Mm-hmm. And so I think just that alignment all stems from that, getting the vision early and then being able to get the right people in that can align with that vision.
With Golden Section and where we've come over the last really 10 years, it's been a long journey where we've been doing the same activities over a decade or longer in some cases. And only recently, by committing those to paper, can we get the entire team moving in that direction. And so while we've got this 15, 20-year history of helping B2B software companies develop their businesses and founders scale their companies in a capital efficient way, by putting it down to paper and creating a vision and value framework that our entire team can rally around, that allows us to bring the value-added ventures with the value-added studios with the underlying value add of our product team all together to provide a lot more value to the companies to help them achieve a capital efficient growth path and then hopefully a capital efficient exit.